Good, happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Concord Shelter seeks volunteers as bitter cold air arrives. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Chevy Cruze LS's for only $179 a month.
Naked McMulkin.
And save during the Red Tag sales event. From our dealership to you, happy holidays.
It is frigid, and some can't stand it.
My eyes are watering, and I can't even feel my hands.
Others like the challenge.
I love the cold. It gives me an opportunity to put on lots of clothes.
More than 100 closings or delays have already been reported tomorrow for schools across the state. Utility companies say they're prepared for high winds and possible outages by staffing extra crews as they closely watch the weather. The Concord Winter Shelter at St. Peter's Activity Center will be a safe place for the capital city's homeless, but it can't open until volunteers come forward. The shelter, run by the Friends program, is expected to be available from January to March.
Knowing what we have coming in the next couple days, pretty difficult for the folks who don't have a secure place to stay.
For homeowners, these temperatures could be trouble for pipes, especially for people away on vacation.
We see a lot of people come back from trips and they got literally a swimming pool in their basement or water's pouring out of their windows.
Soil Away Cleaning and Restoration of Hooksett recommends keeping the heat on throughout your home. Pipes are prone to more issues once warmer weather arrives later this weekend.
When they're frozen solid, they'll expand and crack when they're frozen, but that water's not going to go anywhere until it thaws, and then it starts flowing like crazy.
Winter officially starts next week, and though it feels like it's already here, some say it's all relative.
I think I moved here to the Sun Belt about 6 years ago. I lived in Alaska. It's minus 22 right now. This is not really cold.
Well, I don't know if I can agree with that right now, but hey, if you want to help out that Concord shelter with the volunteers, you can visit this story on our website at WMUR.com. And please don't forget about your furry friends. Pets also need a safe and warm place to stay. Reporting live in Manchester, I'm Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Important tips for homeowners as frigid temperature take hold in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Colorado's for only $294 a month with only $99 to signing.
Naked McMulkin.
And save during the Red Tag sales event.
It is frigid, and some can't stand it.
My eyes are watering, and I can't even feel my hands.
Others like the challenge.
I love the cold. It gives me an opportunity to put on lots.
Sorry about that. We do not want that video. Sorry about that one. Let's move on to other stories instead. Washington police officer critically wounded during standoff. Suspect shooter in custody. A police officer in Washington state is in serious but stable condition after being shot in the head Thursday after responding to a domestic dispute, police said. The suspected shooter, who barricaded himself in a home in Mount Vernon and was believed to have taken several individuals hostage, was taken into custody after midnight Friday. Why buying China bonds and stocks is looking dicey. China's market, long considered insulted from global restrictions due to strict capital controls, took a hit this week from the U.S. rate hike. how Russia's playbook transformed the war in Syria. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
Stephen O'Brien is the UN Humanitarian Affairs Chief, and he joins us now. Thanks, Mr. O'Brien, for being with us. Do you have any concerns for those who are evacuated from eastern Aleppo, especially the young men, after reports of executions in that part of the city?
I have many and very intense concerns. I'm very, of course, relieved that after the false start of yesterday, where it all collapsed, we've now got real evacuations taking place. We understand the latest information from the ICRC and the Syrian Arab Red Crescent is that over a couple of evacuations so far, about 3,000 civilians have come out, and about 40 of the very critically ill through ambulances have come out, and that there is a third rotations, it's called, taking place roughly as we speak. And we have only, from the UN, we have only a few personnel from the World Health Organization at the gathering points where people are being loaded onto those buses and ambulances to help monitor that as it goes forward. The rest of the UN has not been allowed in. We were invited to oversee and to monitor these evacuations by the Russian Federation, but we were turned back by the government of Syria, and that's why I'm speaking to you from New York, and we don't have a lot of people there, but we do have the same reports.
I was going to say, you made the request to the Syrian government to allow UN observers and workers to enter Syria, and those requests were denied. Is that correct?
We were not able to get through the government of Syria checkpoint, so we couldn't proceed. We stand ready, and for those who are able to get to either Western Aleppo or further afield to Idlib, there are UN and indeed other NGO and international NGO partners who are ready to provide hot food, blankets, medicines, shelter for those who are coming out. It's been weeks, months, certainly the last few days, of the most horrific besiegement, where we are seeing people who are emaciated, who are extraordinarily short of food. The last official food distribution was the 15th of November. And going back to your first question, we understand, just like you, these reports that are coming out, but we can't verify them, that young men in particular, even though they're coming down these so-called safe corridors, are being taken to one side. And we too have heard reports that there may be torture, even executions. And it's absolutely vital that we do everything we can to gather the information, gather the evidence, and make sure that any such abominable alleged potential war crimes are held to account. But at the moment, our focus is in getting people out safely.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday, and see you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.